Thought you could use the help.
Now, if you guys heard that, thought you could use the help, it's because I launched a space and I have the noob token, meaning that these friendly police or bounty hunters, because it looks like bounty hunters, they're my wingmen now. They're just going to follow me around.
This is Interstate Blue 12.
Basically, they'll shoot anyone hostile to them.
I copy.
Or if I start shooting someone that's neutral to them, they'll help me attack them. Or if they're hostile to these bounty hunters, again, they'll just automatically start attacking them.
Retirement with this deal.
So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the trade lane here, which is marked by these little green dots. And it's the one that basically heads, if you leave Manhattan from the planet, you're going to want to go left right off the bat. And you can see here on the map, this is the trade lane that I'm taking here. And you can see some bad guys
moving to attack target.
Bounty hunters are now shooting at. They've launched a cruise disruptor at me, so I gotta get this down for. If this happens to you, that's fine. Just get over close to a one of these green weapons platforms and kind of hang out by it. As you can see, they're pretty powerful, and they will fuck up the guys that are trying to shoot you. You can help if you want. And that's that. And that's why rogues shouldn't attack you near trade lanes, because they get fucked up. So basically, now we've arrived at Fort Bush and Baltimore Shipyard. And we're going to take a left here.
Fort Bush, Liberty Light Fighter Patrol, identify
I know,
yourself.
if you're familiar with space genres, taking a left isn't really that descriptive, but if you've been watching, it'll make sense.
Received your transmission, Liberty Base, Iota 17. What is your destination?
I'm just flying around manually here because I enjoy flying around manually in this game. If you want, you can just select the jump gate and hit dock, and it'll autopilot you all the way to the gate, jump you through. You can notice how it says unknown jump gate right now. When we get closer, that's going to switch, and it'll tell you what it is, basically. And that, there you go, it switched from New York to Colorado. So that just shows you that we're going to go from the New York system into the Colorado system, which is exactly what we want to do. Now, your wingmen, when you go through these gates and wormholes and stuff like that, will be lost, and they won't necessarily pick up on the other side. However, if there are other friendlies on the other side, they will hang out with you as well. Now, in the Colorado system here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to mine this asteroid field in front of us. What you want to be wary of, though, is there are an enemy faction in there called the Xenos. They're usually restricted to being kind of deeper in the asteroid field. So if you just kind of, you know, follow the trade lanes here, and you'll notice the asteroids kind of pop into existence. If you just mine the ones, and by mine, basically all you're doing is shooting them. If you just mine the ones near the edge here, you should be okay. Basically what you're going to want to do is shoot them until you see those little square things pop out. Those are silver. Once they pop out, you want to hit the B button for beam. Basically, I believe what it stands for, and that's your tractor beam, and it'll suck it into your ship, and then you're good to go. So you can see not all of them drop silver. Sometimes you'll get stuck for a while and you won't actually have anything drop any silver for a while. Just keep at it until you're full of silver. And you should only be able to carry, well, you won't be able to carry a whole lot in this ship. So you'll need to do this 2 or 3 times, I believe, to get enough silver to pay for a rhino. Now, I'm not going to do a whole run here since I don't need to. But once you're full up, check your inventory, you'll see the silver here. When you actually do blow up an asteroid and it drops silver, it usually drops like 30 to 40 silver or something.
I saw all clear, no more hostiles.
You'll see here actually in the bottom left of my screen some Xenos showed up.
Xenos, Lambda 12.
Best idea to get away from Xenos is to just run back to the jump gate here, because the jump gate is like those trade lane things. It's very powerful. If you want to actually hide inside these little arms so that you can't get shot at, I'd recommend it. The Xenos probably aren't going to really come and attack right now because they're being attacked by some other NPCs. Usually enemies, when they die like that, you can see they drop some crap too. They drop some missiles, mines, and some weapons.
Contact is D6.
So yeah, you can see they died a lot. I'll grab their stuff, just because I'm a loot whore. Anyway, once you have your cargo hold full of down to full silver, just redock with the Colorado to New York gate, and head on back to Manhattan the way you came. Now, if you're feeling cocky, you can just go straight towards Manhattan without taking the trade lanes. But I find that right in this area here, you'll have Xenos and rogues spawn, and it's not really handy if you're got a full load of silver and you get blown up, because then you don't have that silver anymore and you have to do it all over again. So it's worth it to just take the trade lanes.
Cargo hold full of oxygen.
So just backtrack all the way with your hold full of silver. Another thing I might as well mention is if you do pick up some shit like that from destroying enemies like missiles and ammunition and stuff, it's going to take up inventory in your cargo space. If you want to just make the most profitable run you can with silver, you want to hit this button and jettison that crap to space.
Jettison. Shield deactivated.
Beware that when you jettison stuff, it deactivates your shield. So don't get into a fight after jettisoning stuff. Now that we're back at Manhattan here, just select the planet and dock.
Acknowledged. Your request to land is granted. Proceed to land.
If you want to skip these scenes, hit escape. And now just head over to the commodities dealer. Again, if you want to skip this, hit escape. You can even hit escape there to skip forward a little bit. Now, as you can see, every one of these sells individually for $655. So for this little stack of 64, I'm going to earn $41,920. So I sell that, and you can see my credits went up. Now, one thing that is sometimes worth hanging on to in your cargo hold if you get them is credit chips. Credit chips are they're dropped from enemy bad guys. You'll sometimes get them, and they're worth $1,000 each usually, and you sometimes get multiple drops from those. So it's worth hanging on to those sometimes. Anyway, so do that until you can afford a Rhino, which, like I said, is 2 to 3 runs. And then you'll want to do a couple more runs, just so you can outfit your Rhino with some good weapons and stuff. And then you will want to move on to the next video tutorial. I can cover that later, but for now, this should be a good enough start to get you guys running. If you have any questions, ask me on the forums. You can ask me on www.lancersedge.net. That's LANCERSEDGE.net, lancersedge.net. Or you can ask me on Modacity.net forums as well. I'm Cortexian on both of them. I'm a moderator on Modacity and an admin on Lancers Edge, so you should be able to find me pretty easily. Yeah, if you have any questions, just ask me there. There's a thread in the Tech Talk forum called Freelancer on Modacity, and there is a thread in the Tech Talk forum on Lancers Edge called, I believe it's Let's Play Freelancer. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, ask away.